Greetings, 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 and salutations to you people of the interwebs. So today we're going to be doing a unboxing, quick look at first impressions of Transformers Shattered Glass Blurr. Slap for mispronunciation there. Did I mispronounce mispronunciation? Yeah! Let's go, come on. So this is part of the Shattered Glass exclusives they're starting to do. Got this from In Demand Toys. So Blurr, this is in the Shattered Glass universe. So this is where the Autobots are evil and the Decepticons are good. And Blurr is a sadistic data interceptor with the ability to steal kinetic energy, sapping anything that moves of the speed to increase his own. Yeah, so he's evil Blurr. So yeah, the package it's a box. It's a nice box. It's all got all these weird cutouts and curves, so it's, you know, it's not a perfect cuboid type of affair. It's just got all these little bits missing, almost shattered off it, and yeah, that's that kind of thing they're going for. So let's just open him up. So yeah, there he is, out of the old clamshell. I don't have the Studio Series Blurr, so this is a new mold to me. We get this kind of backdrop with just a stylized kind of image of Blurr, really. The instructions and the warning label. Now, because I looked at this box, I thought that's a bit too small to have a comic book on it. Because I know when it was originally solicited, it was supposed to have the first issue of the IDW Shattered Glass comic book series. And I've looked into that further, and apparently it's the ones you buy from Pulse that get the limited edition comic book. So the ones that have gone out to other retailers, you don't, which is a bit of a shame. Especially because the prices are higher than what would be a standard deluxe. Not kind of significantly anymore, especially with recent price increases and kind of especially how much the Studio Series deluxes are more than the Kingdom series. So yeah, it's kind of price differences are just getting a bit crazy at the moment. So the lines between what's a deluxe, what's a Voyager, what's even a leader, they're all kind of, what's even a commander class figure, they're all kind of up in the air, bouncing around, and you know, you just see a figure, you like it, and you think, am I going to pay that amount of money for it? Don't get concerned about technically what class it is, because classism is wrong. Smash the fascists, everyone. Here we go. So this is Blurr. There's a little bit of wiggle waggle there, but especially got some. I can spot there's a loose knee there straight away. But he's a handsome bot. That is a handsome bot. Yeah, so he's really darkened his palette and given this black to him, top of the blue, a darker blue than you'd normally expect for a Blurr. That head sculpt. Like I say, nowadays it's mostly about just buying figures that interest you, and a figure with an eye patch, a robot with an eye patch, will always kind of tickle my taste buds for a figure that I want to purchase. Yeah, head sculpts come out really well. It looks like someone's, cut his mouth open at some point, trying to give him the old Chelsea smile. That damaged eye. So this guy's been through some wars. It'd be great if we could see in the comic book what those are like. This amber for his chest, this translucent amber with the silver behind it really pops, and it's kind of then complemented by the amber paint job of various details on the head sculpt. Again, the head sculpt's come really well, and they've put a lot of attention to detail in how they've painted that as well. It's not sloppy at all. It's marvellous job, an absolutely marvellous job. So he's got the head swivels. He's got a ball joint as well at the neck. So a lot of good articulation. I would have liked it. It can't look up though. That's the problem. I'd love for him to be able to look up. So when you put him into like running poses, he could do that, but he can't really. It doesn't really have any of that. So I think that's just a little bit slight against, especially when you're considering what type of character you're making a design for. Because, obviously some characters you can get away without them being able to mad look up, especially like a tall character or something like that. But a character that flies or a character that runs really fast, you want to be able to have that look up so you can actually put them in a pose that shows the kinetic energy of what they're doing. Well, there you go. It is what it is. So he's got a hinge here at the shoulder that allows that to go up and go all the way around. There's a bicep swivel, and there's a 90-degree elbow bend. And do we have a... Oh, we've got a wrist swivel, but you have to unplug the sleeve and have his kind of wizard sleeve trailing behind his wrist to do that. Or you can have it compact there for his running poses. Waist swivel, no ab crunch, universals at the hips that go all the way out once you get the arms out of the way. And yeah, waist swivel, like I said, up, can go all the way back, single knee joint, and modern transformer ankle rocker. So you can get some like nice, he's skidded along kind of pose, but yeah, I just would have liked just a bit more posability in that head joint to pull that off. So he does have weapons. He's got a grey rifle. It's good sculpts, no paint on it, and this welder / oiler or something to get rid of an old squeaky wheel that you can put over a hand. It will make it look like it's one of those grown out of the hand type weapons. Squidge, squidge, squidge. Yeah. Dispense your hand sanitizer here. Yeah. Great stuff. Yeah. The colours really look cool. The face sculpt really pops. It's just a niggle about the head posability. But other than that, yeah, this is a great figure. And it's a transformer. He does transform. So we'll get that. So we've like I say, we've not bought Blur yet from the Studio series. He's not one of my favourite movie characters, so I'm not really tempted to get him. So I just quite like to get this Shattered Glass version, even though a lot of the other run of Shattered Glass figures that they're coming out with, none of them really appeal to me as much as this bad guy Blur does. I think when they do I think they always go a bit extra when they're doing the good guys as bad guys. He's got eye patch, he's got a thing, he's got all this type of stuff going on. But the bad guys as good guys tends to kind of bore me a little. I don't know what all that's about, but yeah, it tends to just go, oh, right, so he's the bad guy, he's a good guy, bad guy, and yeah. But maybe that's just me. So we got to this state here. That's English for we're not sure what we're doing. Right, so we're going to switch that chest around, and we're going to presume because these things bend all the way there and these arms can come out that that's what they do. And there's some stuff going on here. At the back we can unfold these feet. Maybe we push that up like that. There's his signature little flippy bit. I think that flippy bit goes like, will go like so, and let's say that folds here, and that folds here, and these fold around to make the back of the whatever Blurr is. Fast car, space racer. Space racer indeed. So we're going to put this together like so. Is there a bit that flips up here? It looks like a bit flips up here, but one of those where I probably needed to have had my spodger handy. Right, so we'll put these back bits all the way back there. We'll spin them round, not at the bicep, at where the wrist joint would be. Yeah. And let's see. Will that then all peg in together? Oh, got a fly in the room. So all this should kind of sort of almost peg together. It's just yeah, it's kind of, I can see where the bits need to peg in. Aha. It's about trying to get the rotation of the bicep correctly so it pegs into these little things on his sides. And then once that is achieved, pegging them downwards onto this piece, and then them popping out and starting all over again. Ha! So here we have Blurr in his space racer car. I like how they've got this crackle of lightning along the blacks on him. It brings this like fresh kind of new detail into the car mode that wasn't really quite in the robot mode, along with this kind of metallic teal on the on his boot or trunk, as you may call it. yeah, so that's very much a Blur. It's very much an evil Blur car. It works out great. I think they've done a really cracking job with him. So yeah, it's nice mold. Like I said, I didn't own it before, and there's plenty of character there. Extra additional character to what the actual character of Blur is. So you've got it does look psychotic with his eye patch and kind of scarred mouth. I think they've done a really kind of great job. Bravo, Hasbro, as it were. And it's easy enough to kind of convert back and forth, even if you do pull random bits off him. Right, that goes there. So let's see. Just here, chaps, getting back into the old robot mode, because we've missed our favourite section, haven't we? Everyone who's watching so far, still watching, they're like going, "That's nice, Richard, but how does he look next to figures that I may or may not own?" Well, I'll tell you what, it's gladly we have the size companions here to show you how. Here he is, Shattered Glass Blurr, next to normal, regular Siege Sideswipe. So he's a taller deluxe. He's taller and thinner than the stocky Warrior Sideswipe. If you wanted to put him next to some Marvel Legends, and here he is with the much abused Shatterstar. They just would have played him normal in Deadpool 2. Like, not normal, like as in the actual proper characterization of Shatterstar. It would have been a better movie. They didn't just have to just ridicule them and then just fuck them off to die. That was just an insult, quite frankly. In the first Deadpool movie, treated the comic book characters accurately. It was a lot of fun. Deadpool 2 kind of mocked more, I think, and was crueler to the comic book genre and the comic book characters, and not as faithful. So therefore, it fucked me off. Right, Shatterstar, and from one eye patch to another. Shattered Glass Blurr with the Dread Pirate, Zanzibar. I've been me, you've been you, and if you want to help my algorithms, remember to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. But until then, be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. And for all those listening or watching on double speed, Fisto.